Welcome to the house that Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host. I am your tribal chief of Raider Nation. My name is Hammer. I guess that's not working today. Whatever. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday wherever you guys are at. Before we go into it, y'all know the routine. Those new in here, let me teach you real quick. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash a bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. A lot to talk about. There actually is a presser that should be on in about 20 minutes. The weekly Wednesday, Uncle Pete, Boogeyman, and Geno Smith will be taken to the podium. Let me just quickly do a quick roll call. 1 and 3, Rorschach, Anthony, Raider Ryan, Taino, S.A. Big Dog, I am Hilltop, Jurassic Raider, Raider Ryan, Herman Munster, Ken, Deb, what's up? Anthony, Frank Jaramillo. I know more people are coming in, and my phone is going to be going crazy. This fucking, of course, like just as I wake up. 1 sec, let me just shut that off for a minute. Leave that on Do Not Disturb for a little bit. All right, guys. Devastating news yesterday, and we're going to talk about everything. And we have some picks as well for week 5. So let's get right into it. It finally happened for us, guys. The one injury the Raiders absolutely could not afford. Kolton Miller, the only real anchor on our offensive line, is headed to the IR, and it might just be the nail in the coffin for our season. It's really a catastrophe right now as we have two really inexperienced guys, two really not proven guys on that depth chart in Stone Forsythe and Charles Grant that could potentially make the start. We haven't heard anything yet, but the news broke late yesterday afternoon. You guys saw the short that I put up. It wasn't just a high ankle sprain. It was a hairline fracture as well for Kolton Miller, so he has been placed on the IR. He could be out for about 5 weeks, might even be longer than that. Barring any setbacks, hopefully not. But it's just, realistically, this sent the mushroom cloud over the entire organization. The offensive line was just starting to click and just starting to gel. We saw that game on Sunday against the Bears. We saw what Ashton Jeanty did. We saw what that left side of the line did, including Dylan Parham. And it just is one major blow for us. It's realistically right now, it's catastrophic for this offensive line. We're going into a game this week that even last weekend, I know it's kind of like the same story over and over again these first few weeks, but this game this weekend was a game that it was incredibly crucial in terms of this season as well. We currently sit at 1 and 3. We go to Indianapolis to face the Colts, and now we are down a huge part of this offensive line. Our $66 million man is out. What does that mean for us moving forward? You have to look at Geno. Who the hell is going to protect his blind side at this point in time? We know that 7 interceptions in 4 weeks, absolutely abysmal. But he still needs to be standing upright. Again, with what that run game did, there's a lot of changes that are going to happen across this offensive line, and it's not going to affect just the offensive line. It's going to affect the play calling by Chip Kelly as well. You're going to have to change certain routes for these receivers. The schemes across the offensive line are going to have to change. Different protection for Geno Smith. I'm beyond just stunned. It feels like a huge kick in the balls right now. Like, there's no other way of putting it. Like, honestly, like, it is a brutal choice for Uncle Pete right now in choosing who is going to be that guy to step up in the absence of Kolton Miller. Who is going to be the one to protect Geno's blind side? Is it going to be Stone? Is it going to be the 3rd round pick? And Charles Grant? Like, where are we going with this? What does this look like for the rest of the season? Now, Monday we did do our live, and at the end, I gave you guys my overall prediction at this point. We're a quarter of the way through the season. I've told you guys this for the last couple of years, that preseason and everything else, I don't like giving predictions. I much rather see the 53-man roster the first 3-4 weeks of the season to assess and tell you guys what I'm seeing right now. Like I said, coming out of that game on Sunday, there was upside, but we still lost. I look at the opponents that we have, the remaining opponents we have on this roster, and I'm looking, I'm not, I don't care if this hurts your feelings, and it might be worse now. It might actually stay at what I'm giving you guys right now. You're looking at a 3-14, 4-13 season right now. Now we lost one of the biggest pieces of our offense. I can't say that I apologize when I say that, because I'm not sorry. It fucking sucks. It really does. Going into this game, I'm pretty sure now we are bigger underdogs than we were. We're probably going to be even bigger underdogs going into the next couple of weeks. And this is a gut-wrenching injury for us right now. Like, nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted this. And it's crazy because when we watched it, a lot of people, including myself, just looking at it, is it his shoulder? We were all thinking it was his shoulder ultimately, and then it was his ankle. And then the news just broke late yesterday. I'm just like, what the fuck? Why? This team drives us to drink. That was Jordan Meredith's fault. Why Kolton Miller got injured, just saying, I need to resize this. No, did he? When your assignment as an offensive lineman is to run block, you were supposed to make contact with the defense and drive block. Talk that shit, Dot. He loves his stick frames. Todd, what's up, man? Fresh Prince, what's good? John was saying Charles Grant. Pete said Grant would be out there in the one-on-ones. Yeah, but we also know, and this is a weekly thing. This is the ongoing theme of this season for our Raiders. It's all about competition. It's all about competing. There's going to be competition for this left tackle spot. So I don't know, man. It's very, very tough to really sit here and be like, okay, things are going to be just fine. You have two guys on that roster right now that are completely unproven that we're waiting to, like, it's pretty much, we're going to have to watch on game day and see what they're capable of and see what the outcome ultimately is going to be of this offense. And I am sitting here telling you right now, I'm definitely scared as shit. I know Graf is going to be out there. Demon King's going to be out there. They're all going to be out there with Stu. Like, I hope they have a blast, but I hope we fight. I hope we fight. I do hope we win, obviously, but it is going to be a very tall hill to climb this coming Sunday. And I will be live this Sunday, solo, full live play-by-play, Colts, Raiders. You guys are not going to want to miss it. Tell everyone you know. It's definitely weird not having my brother alongside with me doing the games, but we're definitely going to make the most out of it. Most definitely make sure to pull on up. I think I'm going to start it. I want to say like 12:45 Eastern time, so it's 9:45 on the West Coast. So make sure to pull on up for that as well. 12 personnel is the best offense for the Raiders. You were making a very big gamble by leaving either tackle on an island by themselves to block for our offense. They're not lying, bro. You're 1,000% correct. And this is where I'm just like, what now? Can we not have any more issues like this? Can we not lose another key player right now? But this is where we are right now, sitting at 1-3 going into this week 5 matchup. I do want to go through the games this coming week, all the games slated for week 5 of the NFL, give you guys my predictions. The presser should be starting in about 10 minutes. I think we can go through just about all of these matchups as a start Thursday night. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything on here right now. And I don't think we can. I don't think I am. I'm thinking about like what else I can even say about this whole injury. Like, you have to take into consideration this matchup. You have to take into consideration for those that are playing fantasy, if you own any of these guys, like, are these guys that you still want to potentially start? Do you want to start Jacoby Myers? I know a lot of people have told me outside of the Raider realm that they got Trey Tucker on their fantasy lineups. I had one dude telling me that he had Geno Smith and he lost his week by 2 points. Jacoby, Brock, are these guys going to be able to? Is their volume going to be going up this week? Is their volume going to be up there over the next couple of weeks in the absence of Kolton Miller? I guess we find out starting this coming Sunday. Well, let's go into it with these picks. We have, let's see if I'm missing anything. I feel like Jacoby is due at C-Day. Maybe. I don't feel like Stone is that bad at run blocking, but one thing for sure is Stone and Glaze need chip block help. This is where I am incredibly nervous going into this game. So let's go into it. Thursday Night Football kicks off week 5. You have the Rams at the Niners. The Rams have been doing the damn thing. 49ers have been plagued by injuries. It's like one thing after the next every single week. Ultimately, I have the Rams taking this in Santa Clara 23-19. We know Puka Nacua is a targeting machine. If you have him on your roster, you obviously better start him. The betting lock right now has the Rams at a +6.5. Definitely think that they can win this game outright, especially with what that offense is looking like for them. And grabbing the points to me would definitely be a steal. Sunday morning game, another international game, and news broke within the last few hours that Dillon Gabriel has now been named the starter for the Cleveland Browns. Joe Flacco will continue to Joe Flacco will now serve as the backup to Dillon Gabriel, while Shedeur Sanders is still the third-string quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. The game in London is between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings. Even with the absence of J.J. McCarthy, they still have a very high-powered offense. I'm going to take the Vikings to win by 8, 25-17. Fantasy lock, obviously Justin Jefferson. He's going to be Justin Jefferson. The Vikings right now, the betting lock is at -3.5. Why the hell not? They are, again, out. They are missing J.J. McCarthy, but Wentz is doing what he needs to do as well. Miami and Carolina. You guys saw that news during the Monday night game. Tyreek Hill dislocated his knee and actually tore his knee up pretty damn badly. He is out for the season. I think it's going to be still a game that the Dolphins can take. It's against Carolina. Carolina hasn't been a team to really sleep on in the first few weeks. But you also have to take into consideration, you still have Waddle. They have Darren Waller, who just got his first touchdown of the season on Monday night. Devon Achane, definitely a must-start for your running back crew, most definitely. I'm going to take the Dolphins here 30-21. I'm going to go with the over 44.5 points. Obviously, heavy lifting for the Dolphins in the absence of Tyreek Hill, but Carolina should contribute enough as well to push that total over in this Week 5 matchup. We're going to go to our game now, which is one of the games that kicks off Week 5 on the Sunday circuit, the 1 o'clock games. It pains me to say this, but at the same time, with what's going on right now in the absence of Miller, I don't even want to say the score right now, because I think a lot of you are going to be really pissed off when I say this shit. I don't think I want to say it. I'm looking. I can't tell if the chat is moving or not. I don't know what the hell is going on. I think we're good. Close game. Excuse me. Close game. It's going to come down to a touchdown. Of course, I would love to say us. 31-24 Colts. Fantasy owners, do not start Geno. Definitely, right now it's a huge risk trying to start Ashton Jeanty, knowing the land of uncertainty. It all depends on Geno. Yeah, it does. But again, there could be a lot of changes that are being made throughout these practices in these next couple of days. Scorpio, you're right. You're 1,000% right. The Colts on the spread are at -6.5. This line is only going to go up because of the absence of Kolton Miller. So we'll move on. Baltimore and Houston. There was news today that Lamar Jackson was practicing. If he is available, he'll start. If he's not, Cooper Rush will be starting for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm still going to go with this one. This one's going to be incredibly close, more than people actually think, especially with how many points the Ravens have given up already on defense. 27-24 Ravens over the Texans. And definitely take the over on that at 50.5 points. Two high-powered offenses. Why the hell not? Damn, paper chase. Damn. Yeah. Right. Colts and Jaguars. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. Chiefs and Jaguars. Chiefs are trying to get back to 500. Jaguars have been a team not to sleep on. They just beat the Niners last weekend. 22-20 Chiefs. The betting lock, 3.5 in favor of the Jaguars on the spread. We know that Kelsey has been very, very meh this year. I don't see it. I don't see him putting up numbers. Shout out to James Lillard on the $2 holla. Love my Raiders, but this team is cursed. So frustrated, bro. Everybody in here. We all feel like we're all in the funeral home right now, gathered around each other. Probably the worst words to use. We'll talk about that later on. Sunday Night Football. This is going to be something. It was a close game in Miami. The Jets go to Jerry's World to face the Cowboys. We know what Garrett Wilson can do for the Jets. I definitely think I'm getting sick. The Cowboys, without CeeDee Lamb, Dak is still doing Dak things. They tied against Green Bay 40-40. I'm looking at 30-27 in favor of the Jets. That should be an upset special this coming weekend. Betting lock is plus 2.5 for the Jets. Definitely take the points. Sprinkle a little something on the money line as well. I think that this is going to be the upset special of the week, most definitely. At least these chats are therapy. Look, I'm your therapy. You're my therapy. Appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. And salute to the 91 we have in here. I know it's low today. I think Graf might still be live. I know he was live when I woke up. I'm like, I don't know. I'm really coming down with something because I've been feeling like this since the middle of the night while I was at work. And I'm so tempted to call out right now. But it is what it is. He went from optimistic to pessimistic. Salute to Frank on the $2. Ta-da! We are fucked. Geno is so trash. Peace. Damn pessimistic. he did the drive-by and was out real quick. So the Monday Night Football game, you have the Eagles and the Broncos. Broncos defense has been something that has been talked about over and over and over again going into this season. I actually put to the side, and I think before this weekend, or at least before the start of tomorrow's games, I'm going to put a video up or put something on the post or the tab, whatever, with like a little parlay that I think could definitely hit. And it could be like a $30 one to win you about $3,000. And it seems pretty on point. And it's nothing that's like really outside of the box. Like if I break it down, like if I I'll put it like a list and explain why. You guys are going to be like, okay, this does make sense. But the final game for week 5 is a Monday night matchup in Denver between the Eagles and the Broncos. Hurts, Saquon, that offensive line. I'm taking the Eagles 26-19. Betting lock, minus 3.5. Even on the road, comfortable laying the points with the better team. So there you guys have it with the picks for week 5. We do now have the infamous latest installment of
As a Shield terms.
Uncle Pete should be stepping to the podium momentarily. We will bring you guys the presser. I'm going to cover as much as I can. I think we should have plenty of time to do this. I got to be out the door in at least an hour, maybe a little less. I have some things I do need to take care of before I get out of here, even though I'm really on the fence about going in. But it is what it is. Fitzmatic, what's good, man? Let's see if I'm missing anything. I'm not. It's just, it seems so light, so low in here right now. Like, we have 90 in here. We're on 3 different platforms, but I don't know. Like, we normally are well over. We're normally close to the 2s and above the 2s right now. I don't know what the hell's going on today, but it is what it is. Those that are here, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. I really do. Waiting for this presser to start. Let me see if there's any other news throughout the league, anything on X. We did mention in the picks that Dillon Gabriel will be starting for the Cleveland Browns. Let's see if anything else. We know Malik Neighbors is out for the season. Tyreek Hill is out for the season. Let's see if there's anything else that has been popping up. Let's go through these real quickly. Looking. I don't see anything right now. Top 5 sack leaders. Brian Burns with 5. Byron Young with 5. Nick Bonito with 4.5. Rashawn Gary 4.5. Carl Granderson 4.5. Danico Autry and Jalen Reed have returned to practice and been designated for return. No practice for Lamar Jackson right now. This was put out by Ian Rappaport an hour ago, and his status is in doubt for Sunday. So you can be looking at potentially Cooper Rush starting for the Ravens. I would still go with the Ravens going into that. Actually, I might have to take that one back. We'll see. Yeah, the injury bug has plagued this entire league this year. It's crazy because, like, every other minute you're hearing something, and then star receivers getting hurt and season-ending injuries. It's crazy. And down the offensive line as well. Not just us. I think they said Joe Alt might be out for the season, if I remember correctly. They lost Slater after he got his contract extension. It's fucking crazy right now. Trying to see if there's anything else. Trey Benson is the running back for the Cardinals, has been placed on IR with an knee injury. Trying to see if anybody else. And this was posted yesterday. I didn't see it because I haven't been on, but they had who should be the Pepsi Zero Sugar Rookie of the week for week 4. Dart, Amarion Hampton, Ashton Jeanty, Woody Marks, Emeka Egbuka, and RJ Harvey. Obviously, I'm going with Ashton Jeanty. Why are Rick's getting stars hurt? What do you mean? What do you mean by that 1 and 3? Let's see if there's anything else. Nope. I don't see anything else right now. Nothing has changed in the last few hours. Jaden Daniels, medically cleared by doctors. Practiced fully today, so he'll be back. But there's nothing else at this point in time. Yeah, we're good. So now we're just waiting for the start of this presser. We are looking at the rotating shield. As soon as Uncle Pete steps to the podium, we will play the presser in its entirety. I'm sorry. I know, like, I definitely sound like complete ass right now. I don't know what this is, but I really hope to get rid of it quickly. Those that are in here, if you haven't already, let's get those likes up, break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash a bell. If you've given up on the season, what's the point of running the stars into the... Oh, okay. Okay. And Uncle Peter's at the podium. Uh-oh. What the hell just happened? Their screen is black. I don't know what happened.
I know you're going to ask some questions about injuries and all that. We still don't know about Michael Mayer. We'll figure that out during the course of the week. He's still, getting cleared. And Colton had a high ankle sprain, and so that's what we're dealing with. And so you saw what we've done with that. Go. You
guys obviously traded for Stone for a reason, a player that you know pretty well. What does he bring to the table, and if this role increases your own?
We were with them, right from the beginning, and loved the kid and the work ethic, the smarts, his mentality is just right. He started probably 14, 15 games or something, and started on the left side 4 or 5 times as well. So we're confident that he can do the job. That's why we went after him. And this is, unfortunately, the scenario that we arise puts him in playtime. So he's ready to go and excited about it and look forward to it. And I have no problem with him playing. I've played with him before.
There you go.
Eric Stokes, how's he doing this spring?
He says he's fine. He says he's fine. We're going to take it easy on him first today. He'll practice today, but we'll just go slow with it and make sure that he's right. And so he seems to be pretty confident about that. We'll see.
Were you hoping to get more out of your draft class, or is this kind of what you expected 4 games in?
I don't even have an evaluation for that. I don't have any expectation for the draft class. There's a couple guys, when you have a kid like Ashton that's picked up high like that, when we were slotting him into the starting spot really from the beginning, that's different than the rest of the guys. But we just want to keep growing with these guys and make the right decisions along the way. We don't do it because you think we should start guys because they've been drafted. That's not how we think.
Thank you.
But I love playing young guys, and I love developing them, and we're in the process. You see that we're rotating the defensive tackles a little bit and trying to figure that out and make some good sense of that. On the offensive line in particular, we'd like to hold off as much as we can until these guys really can prove that they're ready. But that you don't always have that opportunity. So, Charles he's working like crazy with a really, concern. But now I may have to play right now. So we're going to try to get that prepared. And if he does have to go in there and we need him, he'll go. And so, but there's no expectations other than the real obvious ones. You fill a spot with the guy. They got to show it, and we got to bring it to life.
As you prepare for this game, watching Shane Steichen's offense, obviously a guy that went to UNLV here in Vegas, what have you seen from him as a coach, and what has he done to build up?
They've made a significant shift in their effectiveness from the offseason to now, and Daniel Jones has been right in the middle of all of that. They've got good players. They've got extremely well-equipped skill people. Tyler, the new tight end, he's their number 1 targeted guy. The tailback is elite, and so it's been a tremendous connection between, let's say, Shane and Daniel, to get him to play at this high a level so early in his time with them. They've come out flying, and they've had great success on offense so far. So Daniel's been the recipient of this opportunity, and thanks to Shane, I would think.
Back into that, obviously last week you guys did a lot better of a job going after the run defense compared to week 3. How beneficial is that, kind of seeing the run defense get back on track, especially going against Jonathan?
Yeah, I would like to think it was an outlier that happened. We missed that stinking play that they go 60 yards on, with 4 guys miss the guy. But our run defense has been solid. We've been pretty consistent except for that big play there. This was a really good outing for us. I thought both sides of the ball really benefited from the week of practice. I've made a big deal about it today. We're going out on Comp Wednesday and expecting those guys to continue to improve. What I've known from the past is you stack Wednesday and Thursday practices, and if you keep having really good ones, then your team improves and they get better. And last week was a really good indication of that. Remember, I was grousing about the week before, because of the walkthroughs and all that, to try to bounce back, and we missed this element of the preparation process last week, 2 weeks ago, and we benefited this past week. Now we need to build on that, and you need to stack those days up. Wednesdays are huge for us, and it's the fundamental day, it's the line of scrimmage, it's all of those things on both sides of the football that can elevate and really come around. So it showed last week.
In playing, an undefeated team this week, does that give the team, more of an opportunity to get things going in the right direction?
Can you start the whole question again for me?
Say again?
Say the whole question again.
Oh, I thought they would. Excuse me.
That's okay. That didn't happen. Okay.
Disregard me, please. Go on.
No, I'm not disregarding you. Go ahead. You can do it.
But how did you think Darian played coming in?
What a swing, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. Nice job, man. He did a nice job, and he's continued to tackle well on teams, and he had a couple shots in the game. He did well, so I'm hoping that we get a chance to get him in the game a little bit more than we did last week.
When someone like Brock Bowers injured, he's slowly trying to get back to 100%. How much does that change the way you guys run as an offense, when your top guys fully
well
feel where
We're still trying to go to him. We're still trying to get the ball to him and use him for all of the great skills that he has. So nothing's changed in that regard. I think we're going to see him better as he gets rid of that brace that he's wearing, in a couple weeks, whenever that happens. It's worked out well to have him playing. He's been out there and he's been able to practice and prepare and all of that. And he's an incredible asset to our team. But we would love for him to get the ball more.
Did you feel that coming to life a little bit in the fourth quarter? I think it was that last drive where you started going to him and he started making things happen.
It's kind of, unfortunately, it's happened in a couple games where we've got him late more than early, and that's not by design at all. It's just we've been trying to get things going, but it just didn't happen. So, we'll continue to work at that. We love going to him.
He looked a little bit better though. I mean, did it feel to you like he was looking a little bit more?
I think he's gotten better I think he's looked, more himself every week.
How do you think, so you're 4 games in, how do you think Jordan Meredith has handled the center spot so far?
He's handled it very capably. He's done a nice job of controlling the message inside and the communications and all of that. He's been very consistent. He had a play or two in the game, like guys have, when he got knocked around a little bit. But all in all, he's done a very, very creditable job. Let me say this too. I was really happy with JPJ's game. And he's going to start this week, and we're looking forward to seeing him contribute again. He had a good, significant role now that we can see it all happen. So you can kind of count on that. But I think both those guys, the more that they can be together, the better off they'll be, and it just helps for the continuity and the confidence and the speed of response, and as they're making their changes and their reads inside. So, but I think Jordan's done a nice job for us.
You've been with Geno for a while. How does he clear what happened last week?
He's done it. He's already done it. I thought he did a masterful job of accepting the responsibility. That you guys would all think is so obvious. The turnovers. There's a lot of reasons things happen, but as the quarterback, you got to shoulder it, and he did exactly what he should do. He took a day that he needed, and another day that he needed, and he's back to full speed, ready to go, and his brain is on, his mind is clicking, and he's excited about this opportunity.
I was wondering at what point where it becomes a serious concern. I know you guys, Geno's good at bouncing back.
I don't know that gauge. I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know what that gauge would be. At what point? I don't have a gauge for that. I've never gotten to that point.
From your experience, when a rookie like Ashton Jeanty has a game like he had, kind of maybe turns the corner, is there something to that where that confidence and that?
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of tuned into that. I mean, we were even talking about, if he just breaks out one, it might make a difference. He's been playing like this the whole time. He has not all of a sudden he changed. The results came because he's an extraordinary football player, and you could see him make those special plays where guys couldn't tackle him in the open field, and he could finish on the big run, which is gorgeous to see that. I just think we kind of felt like it was just a matter of time, and I think you guys thought that too, and everybody should. He's a tremendous player, and so, but he feels better about it, I heard him say something like, y'all worried about me or whatever, something, he ain't worried about it at all, and hasn't been, and continues to prepare with a really clear vision of his contribution, his ability to help out. And I mean, I love that this guy's on our team, and I love that everybody saw it, so you guys can look to the next issue that comes about.
He had 2 touchdown catches on Sunday. How beneficial would it be to get him even more involved?
Yeah, there's like as much as we can. We'd love to have him, because if you get him the ball in the perimeter like that, or even when you check it down to him, he's going to make somebody miss most of the time. And so I think it's becoming more clear. Our opponents will see it, and they'll try to take steps to keep that from happening. But it's a great asset, and we don't want to miss that. But I mean, we couldn't do everything all at once. Y'all wanted everything to happen at the same time, all at once. It took us a little while, and I feel very good about the progress that we're making. I'm really excited about what happened up front on both sides of the football, but with the running game and the pass protection last week, it just looked so much cleaner and sharper. It just shows you that there's good fortune ahead, and so we're going to keep believing that way.
For someone like Thomas Booker, who hasn't had before he came here, had a lot of tape and a lot of playing time. When you were looking at him before getting traded, what specifically were the things that stood out?
He was really consistent and really he was really firm technique-wise. Didn't get knocked off the ball at all. Like you said, he hadn't had a lot of opportunities and hadn't had a lot of featured opportunities in passing down situations. They had some other stars on that team, so he couldn't get the opportunity. But he's contributed in a huge way, and he's just as steady as a rock. And I don't know if you guys have had a chance to talk to him, but he's a beautiful kid, and he has a lot to offer all of us. And so again, I think we're just learning to appreciate him more. And he had a couple really big plays in the game too, which was great.
We saw Vic Fangio's comments yesterday, but he said the way that kickers are allowed to handle the balls now has led to the long field goals, and it's changed defensive strategies in a way that you're worried kickers can kick longer now. I was wondering if that has impacted your thinking at all, and if you.
Well, first off, I love Vic and all, but I wouldn't really agree with that. I'm worried, that they're going to kick more long field goals. I'm not worried about it. They're doing it. It's a fact. So he went softball now a little bit, but they are kicking the ball longer, and they're making more contact now. Did you say it's because they're handling the balls more?
Handle the balls now during the week is what he said.
Maybe. Yeah, you'd have to ask the kickers on that one. I wouldn't know. Something's going on though. Something's going on.
Thanks, Pete.
Shit, and Geno's at the podium. Fuck.
Geno, now that you've had a little time to reflect, look at tape and everything, what are some things you want to correct to get things going better?
Yeah, just take care of the football. I mean, that's the main thing that I saw from that game. I thought we played a good game on offense. I just think turnovers are obviously going to be a killer, and that hurt us in that game. But even with all that, we still had a chance to win at the end. So we have a really good team. Obviously, our record isn't what we want, but I feel good about us getting this thing going.
You feel a little bit better when you look at the tape and maybe the answers are right there, so it's not a big mystery.
No, I don't feel better at all about the loss, honestly.
Not the loss, but in the terms of the bounce back, like there's answers to why it happened.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. There's always things that are correctable, but I mean you can't get those things back. That's just how life goes. Unfortunately, that's what happened in that game, but I'm still confident in my guys, still confident in myself, still confident in the trajectory of this season and where this team can go. So, I would wish, if you could look at things in hindsight, you always think of things you can get better at, but the reality is you got to make the plays when the plays are available, and so that's kind of how I look at it.
Geno, have you seen any commonalities between the interceptions that you've thrown?
They all came out of my hand and ended up in the defense's hand. So those are the things that I've seen that are in common, and those are the things we got to correct.
You and Ashton connected with 2 touchdown passes on Sunday. Just how beneficial is it when you're able to get him involved in the passing game the way you got there?
Yeah, we want to get Ashton involved any way we can. As you guys can see, as we've been saying all along, he's such a dynamic player. He's only, growing as he goes along, and I think we all are as an offense. But I think what he showed and displayed is what we've always seen from him. And, if we can get him going in the passing game, that's great. If we can hand it off to him and let him do his thing, that's great as well. Just always trying to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers, and he's one of those guys we got to get involved.
To that point, do you feel like the offense has to find a way to get Brock more involved too, more targets to Brock Bowers? And how could it look getting both of those guys going at the same time, Ashton and Brock?
Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see exactly what our offense can be when we play 4 quarters of committed football, of doing the right thing and just playing our style of football, playing our game. Getting Brock involved, getting Mike involved, getting all these guys involved, man. Just everybody can go out there and do their thing. Obviously, Ashton and Brock are, again, 2 of our leaders on offense and 2 guys that we really rely on. So we want to get them involved, and we want to get these things started, pretty fast here. So, we got to get rolling. We got to get rolling. And I think last week we made a step in the right direction, but we just got to keep, building this thing and making sure that when we get out there, we're executing to the highest of our abilities.
Watching the Colts on tape, obviously, it's a team that doesn't have a whole lot of star power necessarily in terms of name recognition, but what are some things that you see from them that make them so successful?
Well, I see, first of all, man, I would say they got star power. When you look up front with DeForest Buckner and Grover, I think they're 2 of the better interior guys that we're going to see all year. With Latu and Kwity Paye, 2 first-round draft picks, guys who are developing like we all are. And, they show a lot of explosion on tape. So things we got to account for, Zaire Franklin, middle linebacker, 150 tackles a year. He does this thing every single year. And then we know about Cameron Bynum in the back end. 2 proven corners with Travarius Ward. and Xavier Howard. So they got guys all over the place, man. All those guys are capable and can make plays. It's about how we execute, though. We're going to see good teams every single week, and we're a good team. So we got to go out there and prove it. We got to go out there and execute, prove ourselves, and I feel really, really good about it.
You always talk about you being your toughest critic, and you're always going to be hard on yourself. How in game do you not think about the last play if it was a bad play? Just clear.
Well, you gotta focus, man. It's not easy to do, but luckily for me, I've had a lot of obstacles that I've had to overcome in my life, and it's really always gave me great perspective. So anytime there's a mishap or a play that you wish you could have back, you really can't get it back. So you got to focus on the next play, and so that's what I do. I focus on being where my feet are, being here in the right now. Again, things outside of my control are the things that I can't get back. I got to focus on what I can control, and I feel like I do a pretty good job at that.
Every week we've asked you about the team you're going up against, like you just did. You really dive into like, hey, here's what I need to look out from this guy. Seems like you have a really good handle on personnel, probably more than other quarterbacks we've heard. Do you think is that part of your edge, like really diving into the guys you're going up against?
Yeah, I mean, I'm film junkie. I study a bunch of ball. I study these guys, as much as I can. I try to, devote all my time to this game and being the best quarterback I can be. I feel really bad about the turnovers, and I think some of it's been unlucky, but I do understand that that's a part of the process as well. And so for me, studying my opponent, you always gain that edge, but there's never enough. To me, you can never watch enough film, so I try to study as much as I can.
Leader, what's been your message to the team and getting the progressions going, keeping the process going each week as you head into Indianapolis?
Yeah, I think we got a great group of leaders on this team. Even when, again, when I'm in having a game like that where it's like, man, things aren't going right for me. You got Max, you got Jamal, you got Ashton, you got so many guys that are, just breathing life into me and giving me that positivity we need. And so on this team, as you know, with our head coach, we're always going to be upbeat. But we also have a great, locker room leadership. And all of the guys are just focusing on getting better week to week, you know what I mean, going out there and putting the best product out there for our fans. And so, for me, continue to be myself, continue to be the same guy every day. I think this is more now of a time to, really showcase who I am and go out there and really execute and find our way. And I think we got the right guys to do it.
What kind of adjustment is there, if any, with a new left tackle stepping in?
Those are things we have to figure out, man. Like as the game goes on, as we get through practice this week, just talking to Stone, what is he comfortable with? How can we help him? And then when we get into the game, the same thing. How does he feel out there? What is he comfortable with? And then how can we help him? But he's not out there alone. It's 11 guys on the field. He got 10 other guys with him that got to go out there and execute so he can execute. So we all just got to play our game, do our job to the best of our ability, and allow Stone to go out there and be himself.
Ashton, we talk about the different leaders on the team. Obviously, he's a young guy, but we see on the tape, after the interceptions, he's kind of talking to you and everything. What's his attitude like out on the field, and is it kind of rare in his attitude that he does have for a rookie?
Yeah, I would say it's rare. He's super calm, man. Like super calm, super, collected. He's got a way about himself that nothing surprises him. He knows who he is. I think that's very important. He knows the type of player he is and what he can do. And he also, he has great leadership. I mean, again, when something goes bad, he's the first one to run up to him and be like, hey, man, next play. And that's something that, when you see a rookie doing that, he's not the only guy doing it, but, for him to be a rookie and to have that much poise, it speaks volume to who he is.
Okay, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Oops, there you go. See, I'm not muted now. All right, so we got one more. We're waiting for the boogeyman to take to the podium. Let's get back to the solo screen for the time being. So I mute it when they talk because I don't want to cut anything off. I want you guys to hear everything our players, our head coach has to say. There was a certain somebody employed by Mickey Mouse and Friends that had some choice words last week about our star running back. The number 6 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Boise State, Mr. Ashton Jeanty. Now we backpedaling, huh? We backpedaling on X, huh? Well, okay, Ashton. Now that's a mother effing play. Ryan Clark. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, seriously. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound effects because I don't hear them right now. But, Yeah, they're not working. Let me try something. It is. Whoa, what the fuck? This is incredibly weird. I'm looking at it now. Let me see something. I'm like tinkering with this real quick. There we go. Let's see if this works.
Shut the fuck up!
There we go. Now all of a sudden, that's a mother effing play. Dude, get out of here. Miss me with that bullshit. I'm not. Did that last one go through? I don't know. It was showing actually all my bars for some reason. I'm looking at it now. The some of the bars on the mixer are like down, but yet the faders are up. All right, we're good. We're good. Salute to the 132 in here if you haven't already. And there's a poll in the chat right now. We're at 62 likes. So clearly a bunch of you guys didn't do what you're supposed to do when you come in here. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell. I really hope that Jeanty gets to the podium quickly because I have to start getting like dressed and getting ready to go in. Like I have to be out the door in another 35 minutes at least. Like I really hope he gets to the podium quickly. Thank you, Mod Mom. Appreciate you. Salute to Taino. Salute to 1 and 3 as well. I appreciate you guys. My YouTube has been showing the loading circle on your head this whole time. What? You got some bad Wi-Fi, girl. Let me make sure that everything with this presser is on the up and up. And again, the second that Ashton Jeanty takes to the podium, we will play the presser in its entirety. I'm going to actually make sure that I already have that tab loaded up for you guys. And again, this coming Sunday, we will be live. We're actually going to be on, we're on our regular platforms. We're going to be here. We're going to be on X. We're going to be on Twitch. We're using a new platform this coming Sunday called Assist. Salute to Deb. For those that have been around for the 4 years I've been doing this, I had Deb on in the past a couple of times. She is a 2-time Emmy Award winner for TV production. She also, right now, covers the Los Angeles Rams. She introduced me to, I guess, one of the founders of this site. Pretty much, it's meant strictly for live sports, and they use AI and do some crazy things in terms of doing the games and being able to put certain highlights and stuff during the games. So we will be using it for the first time this coming Sunday. It looks like it's pretty cool. I'm definitely looking forward to giving it a shot. So Deb, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And one more thing for you guys. We're not leaving. We're still waiting for the boogeyman. Let's see if I can put this on the screen for you guys, but we've updated it for this coming weekend. And there you guys have it for this Sunday, our scoreboard. And I'm loving the look of this scoreboard. It makes me feel like a big kid, especially when the touchdowns pop up. But that will be our scoreboard for this coming Sunday. We're already locked and loaded and set for that this Sunday. 12:45 Eastern, 9:45 a.m. Pacific time is the start time. Kickoff is 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure to pull on up for that as well. I can hear and see everything now. Work Wi-Fi. Yeah, there you go. You guys really... look, I'm with you guys on frustration. I said what I said on Monday, especially when we're talking about, oh, we do everything. We do all these things, all these wonderful things in practice, but y'all talking about practice. Like, the fuck are we doing? What are we talking about? The fuck? Again, we have to see what this offensive line looks like. I'm incredibly nervous going into this matchup and kind of gave you guys a prediction already. Anyone know of a Raider bar in Hawaii? I don't, unfortunately. I've never been to Hawaii. I've always wanted to go, though. 8-bit Tech Mobile. It's dope, though, right? Like, I think it's a really cool look. Salute to the 132 in here. We are 32 away from the 100 likes. Get it up, get it up, get it up. New month, obviously. We definitely didn't really sniff out the goal that we were trying to hit for last month. I am still trying to get a new phone and get a new phone ASAP. The goal for this month is $900. That is the goal. If we break that, if we go past that, that's even better. If you guys think I should start putting my Cash App on the lives, if that would work out better, then we can do that. But yeah, we definitely, that phone is on life support right now. Like, Android just rolled out their One UI 8. My phone is not getting it. It's a dinosaur. It's like 5 years old now. It's not getting it, and I'm having the constant issues with the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth disconnecting. So everything counts. Every donation counts. Let's get through this month. Now let's hit that 900 for this month. Yeah, pessimistic. If you saw how much it actually is. PayPal I could do as well. hammershouse3@gmail.com. If I remember correctly, is the PayPal. Phone is on life support, just like the rest. Leaky. I'm gonna highlight that, and pretty much. Venmo I can't use. Venmo I cannot use. We could do PayPal. We can do PayPal. We can do Cash App. If you guys want me to like put them somewhere on, like, in a corner or something, I'll do that. I'll even put it up during the game, and I'll find a spot on the screen because I feel like there's going to be a lot going on during this game. But yeah, I could put, you know what? I'll put the email in there right now. That should be the email for PayPal. And salute to Jay Cheeseman on the $5 holla. I want to see more shotgun and more motion in this game. Tall order. That's the best way. That's the best way I can put it. Tall order, because right now left tackle is a land of the unknowns. Realistically, I did actually years ago, and I can't get it back. Actually, thank you, Deb. I'm not highlighting that. Pain in the ass. Cam Smith a trade for Woolen. What are you trading for Woolen? He's in the final year of his contract. What are you trading to get Woolen? Because then you got to lock him up too. I definitely want to see more points, and we talked about that from last week. I want to see us in excess of 30 or more. I do. You guys see it on the bottom of the screen. Flacco's bench. Gabriel is the starter. And Shador is third string. Trey Benson, IR. Salute to Demon King on the $20. Appreciate you, brother. And I hope you have a blast in Indy. I'm so sorry I can't make it out there. Like, I really wanted to be out there. Have a blast with Graf. Have a blast with Stu and the rest of Raider Nation, bro. Shotgun, all you're doing is giving the defensive ends a head start at quarterback. Good God. You know what, though, Devin? Going into this matchup, you're right. I do want to see Geno a little bit more under center. We saw that 64-yard run by Ashton Jeanty, and that was from under center for Geno. So mix it up, balance it out, but here we go again, going back to talking about practice. There's a lot of things that need to be worked on this week. And again, a lot of things can be changed right now as a result of this absence of Kolton Miller. Different routes for the receivers. You're looking at different blocking schemes across the line. It's a very, very tough task moving forward. Mock draft as of today. Who you taking at 7? That's my next alarm. Shit. John Mateer or Jewel. Damn, Gotham. Why are you putting me on the spot like this, bro? We have Geno for another, 2 years after this? I think 3. I'm not going quarterback. I'm not going quarterback. Colton's locked. And I've been saying this, so don't think it's just because of the situation right now. I've said this going into this draft, and I know we're long times away from this draft. I'm looking at a corner, a true corner that's like a day one starter at the cornerback position. And I'm looking at a interior. I'm looking at a guard, a left guard to complement Kolton Miller. Yep, that's it. That's where I'm going in the first round. No. We'll see. We will see. Best O-line or interior D. So, like, you guys are on the same page with this. Sean, what's good, man? Just jumping on the show, love. To show love. I'm staying the hell away from the nation right now. Too many cliff jumpers for me. Good God, man. Tell us how you really feel, Sean. I don't know. I think Monday when we had the vault line open, there were definitely some new people in here. And some of the people that called, some of them are our regulars. And I've said this. I would love to hear from new people. Excuse me. But people like coming after LA Rob and shit. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? But one person was like, well, this is a live call-in. And like, who cares if he's a mod? Like, I'm open to you guys having your opinions, but like at the end of the day, we're family. Try to keep I don't even know why I'm saying try, because it shouldn't be a try. Like, be respectful. I always say it at the end of the show. Like, come on, be kind to one another. The fuck, we're all in here for one reason, for one love, and that's our Raiders. Like, we can have the healthy conversations, but it doesn't need to be dumb as hell. I'm going to have to look it up 1 and 3. And if anything, if you have, you guys see my socials above, like, hit me on IG and I'll make sure it's the correct one that I give you. Jamba, that's pretty accurate. I had them at 6 to 7 wins before the season, and they'll honestly be lucky to get that now. Look, I said what I said yesterday, or Monday rather. I said, like, this is 3 and 14, 4 and 13 right now. This is a support group at this point. Martin, I think you came in late. Deb kind of said the same thing. Like, you're my therapy. I'm your therapy. Like, it just works. Raiders picking a receiver in the first. The Raider, oh, damn, pessimistic. No. Fuck. I'll figure it out. Give me some time, and I got you. It might be the other email, but definitely hit me on IG, and we'll figure it out. I wish that I don't know where they are, and I don't have my external hard drive connected right now, or I could somehow pull it up for you guys and probably add it to the screen, but I don't know where those where they are right now. I could try something. Let me just take a look real quick. I see the Cash App one. I just found a folder, and I thought that folder wasn't here, but I'm going to see. I see one QR code in there. That's the PayPal one. You know what? I mean, I'm sorry, not the PayPal one. That's the Cash App one. I'm going to put that on the screen momentarily. Jesus Christ. I mean, for it to be... Boogeyman!
You had, at some point as an NFL player, but how good was it to get that under your belt, just to have a game like that, to be Ashton?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's a testament. Coaches, putting together a great game plan, and then O-line, receivers, tight ends, doing a great job blocking, and then, making my job easy, and then, going out there, breaking tackles, is what I'm best at.
What were those coaches, or the conversations with the coaches, like going back to your stance and also just kind of, hey, how do I maximize what we're trying to do out here?
Yeah, I mean, just all of us being in alignment, honestly. Sometimes you just got to, prove that something can work, and, that's all it is.
What is it about that stance that I mean, first of all, when did it come about, I guess?
It came about really, I'd say more my junior year in college. Just kind of did it. I mean, coaches will always tell you to kind of in more of the bench stance, but I don't know. I just feel more comfortable that way, more relaxed, and then, just reading the defense. Can't really explain it more different than that, but that's just what I do.
Has there been resistance prior? I mean, I would imagine like a baseball batter that might have a funky swing or whatever. People are always trying to, no, you should do it this way.
Yeah, I wouldn't say really resistance. I just think, it's different, so a lot of times when something's different, it doesn't always, come off to people that it could work that way, but, it works, so no need to change it.
You talked about on Sunday, you talked about the offensive line, how they've been putting in their work now, left tackles down and Stone's up. How quickly can you get on the same page with the O-line?
Yeah, just continuing to communicate, like we've been doing, having our meetings, knowing how they're blocking, knowing what they're thinking. The same thing goes, no matter who's in the game. And, I got full trust in Stone coming in, and we'll be able to do great things.
Last week, Jackson jumped back in the lineup, too. What did you see out of him when you guys went and watched that one back?
Yeah, he played a hell of a game. Great effort. On one of the screens we threw to Brock, he laid out, totally blew up the safety. So you just love to see that kind of effort, and, it's exciting to have somebody like that to, play alongside with.
Geno mentioned that when he threw an interception, you said, hey, next play, next play. That's a leadership role from a rookie. Where did that come from you?
That's something that I've always had in me, just being a leader, but not only that, just being a great teammate. Because, when I've made bad plays, Geno's been one of the first people to come up to me and let me know, like, hey, you got this. You're one of the best players on this team. We're going to need you. So I'm keeping that same mentality with him, like, I got your back, whatever happens on the field.
A lot of talk about mentality, but I saw you kick out of one of the tackles that you broke with, kind of high kick and made your way to the end zone, one of the long runs. And I was just wondering, what was going through your mind in the moment, like, to be able to have that ability to continue breaking tackles and to do it with, like, such authority?
Yeah, obviously, O-line did a great job. Tight ends, everybody blocking, so I kind of broke free. And then, most of the times when somebody's chasing you from behind, they're going to kind of wrap around you and then go down to your legs. So, you just keep them legs running, they ain't going to be able to take you down,
You had mentioned that play by Jackson on that screen pass. When that gets shown on film in offensive meetings, is there something to be said about that when you guys see that and it kind of fires everybody up in terms of team camaraderie?
Yeah, most definitely. I think the most important thing, with how we, been emphasizing how we play ball here is, effort. And that play shows extreme effort to get the job done.
Ashton, on a little bit separate note, I guess some of your formative years were in Naples and Italy, right? Did you ever relate to, like, Kobe Bryant's story, kind of similar background there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the school he went to, Aviano, was like, it's not too far from them. We actually played them a few times. But, yeah, just, being overseas at a younger age, and then, coming back to the U.S. and, making it to the big leagues. So I guess there's some similarities there for sure.
All right, thanks, Ashton.
Yep.
So, all right, there you guys have it, the boogeyman, and that concludes our presser for today. I don't know why this is doing all this funky shit today, but whatever. So you guys see the PayPal one. I'm sorry, the Cash App one. I'll put the PayPal up the next time we're live, and I'll probably just do it, like, put it up in the corner or whatever. I appreciate y'all. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I definitely think I missed one. I did. Salute to S. Dot on the $10 holla. Legitly could sign Micah Morris, guard from Georgia Bulldogs, off the street. Dude strong enough at guard to move a truck. Number 56 allowed, 0 hurries. Love those thick frames, bro. But I need to be out the door in about 15 minutes, so I need to get myself together. On your way out, if you haven't already, do me a favor. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub. Smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house at Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Raider Nation news today. That last one did, but it took up the entire screen. I gotta find. I know I have one that has like a small screen. We'll figure this out, and I'll put it. You know what? I will put it in the community tab as well when I get a chance today. But on that note, continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. As always, stay committed to excellence. And of course, on my New York, peace, love, and positivity. And there's that part too.
And when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
We outro, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.